Alright there, hello there everybody, it's me 44LVOC0 here, also known as Hanko Chow, and right now I'm just going to do a quick deck profile because apparently I have work tomorrow, so that means I can't do this somewhere else. But yeah, as you can see, YCS playmat, blah blah blah, I taught with Satellarknights, top 16, and yeah, this deck is pretty standard. It's actually, I'm going to do a really quick deck profile because how standard it is. I don't know, I realized like just that I had enough skills to actually play a standard deck to actually do well with it. So tried it, and yep, I can do well with a standard deck, so whatever. Let's just go triple Denev, obviously, Stratos, okay. This guy, Unicali, searches for Stratos, and this guy can bring back Stratos, and the whole loop goes. This is at 3 because of how important it is to either search for the Neb or This guy is at 3 because of how important it is to get out the Neb ASAP. And also he is a beat stick, he turns off Vanity's Emptiness, blah blah blah, okay. Altair at 3 to search for Deneb, obviously. If you're not running this, you are an idiot. Okay, congrats. You finally figured it out. Alright, so, 1 Vega. I only run 1 Vega because, at times actually I do regret running 1 Vega. I rather sometimes run 2 if I had the room. But at the same time, I sometimes feel like I can either search for it with the Neb, but that would mean that I take another turn, or I would because Vega in your hand isn't really that good. Because you search it with the Neb, it's in your hand. That means next turn you can play it into the freaking Vega Altare to Deneb play again. But really, if you already got Deneb on the board, you summon Unicali, and if you're clogged of monsters, yes, you dump Vega. Because dumping Vegas means that you have Altair in your hand, summon Altair to get Vega out, and Vega will summon the Deneb that is in your hand. So there's more chances of likely that you have an Altair and Deneb in your hand than a Vega and Altair. And also, that's another thing. I hate starting out with Vega and Altair. It just feels so dead without. You have to go for Deneb ASAP. So yeah, if you don't get the Neb, you have a very low chance of winning. So there's the 10 monsters there. I'm running Al-Saham because he burns for 1,000, and I didn't want to run him, but then my friend really pressured me into it, and I was like, okay, fine, and I sided him out a lot. But really, he did win me like a few games in time, depending on the matchup. I would keep him in. Like I would either side Honest out or side this guy out. So yeah, this guy wins games sometimes, especially in time. When you know that you look at the clock and you see that the time was ticking down, you side this guy in. So yeah, sometimes Honest would work better depending if you side it in D-Fissure or not. If you side it in D-Fissure, you take this out because obviously it doesn't work. And also the fact that well, this does do more damage usually than the Al-Saham. I don't know, depends. So yeah, that's all the monsters. I don't know, 9, 10, 11, 12 monsters, including 2 Rhoda, so whatever. Spells lineup is really standard. Yeah, Soul Charge. I was gonna maybe take an Honest for a 3rd Soul Charge, not sure. But yeah, kept 2 Soul Charge, 2 Rhodas, 3 Dualities, 3 Typhoon. I think that's a pretty freaking standard build right there. Just give me a second. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, Drats. Really? Sticky sleeves or something again. Man, oh there it is, 3rd Typhoon. Man, 3rd Typhoon. Okay, let me just see here. I have to reorder the trap because I like explaining things in certain orders. Alright, man. Like sometimes things are certain meta calls, and some things are staples. So let's just go with this. Triple call to Haunted. Well, we're going into traps because, okay, the trap lineup is also pretty standard. But yeah, triple call, standard for Tellarknights. Triple Telenova, really standard. It's a Solemn Judgment that pluses you 1, or kinda, depending on how you play it. It's a Gemini Spark Solemn Judgment, so what are you gonna do? Triple D Prison, standard and staple in this format, although everybody sizes out game 2 and 3. So, yeah. Double Breakthrough skill is, like, really standard in this format, although just so you know, I didn't face a single Shadow matchup, ever. So that's probably why I topped. I didn't face a single Shadow. And I practiced so much for them, and this whole deck was basically to be played against it. But instead, I played against a lot of Burning Abyss, and lost to a few of them. So yeah. 2 Vanity's Emptiness, standard, staple in this format. Wiretap, staple in this format. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4 cards are staple in this format. So yeah. Now we go to the one-offs, which we run 1 Solemn Warning, Staple kind of still good. Compulse is really good in this format, and just well, it's not obvious. This is the tech guys. Oh my God, Wing Blast. Man, I just thought that Wing Blast, like a one-of Wing Blast, would be really good in this deck because it gets rid of any card, spell, trap, monster. It can get rid of Winda, it can get rid of whatever, just any card on the field. And at the same time, like these monsters right here, there's so many times when I just have 2 Unikalis in my hand or something, just too many dead cards in my hand that I want to just pitch. So yeah, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast is just a card that says get rid of any card on the field. So yeah, I side it out every now and then, but it's also another side out option. Like there's a lot of side out options in this deck because I'm more of a side deck player. That's why people chose this deck. The only people that oh my gosh, all the people that I know, like the Evil players and just the people that I know that have the same playstyle as me, played this deck because of how you know how to side in and side out. Then this is the deck for you. If you want to just win the game, then you play Shadows. If you wanna still be like creative, then you play Burning Abyss. So yeah, it's a very predictable format this time. Then we go to the extra deck. Okay, 2 Deltaros. They are like the kind of a like boss monster of this deck, really, because it I don't know. You make it. Usually you would win when you make him because he just pops cards. He's still there and he's a beat stick. So yeah. Let's go with 2 Castel because Winda. And Dante actually. I blow up Dante's with this. Goes back to the deck. Black Ship inflicting damage depending on like timing. I would use this. Honor Arc I would use this if I don't want the card in their grave. At the same time I want to keep it, and also at the same time it's a wall. Everybody puts Honor Arc defense mode now, so yeah. Diamond Direwolf is like I used it once or twice, like once maybe today, or the whole day, or whole tournament really, because you pop it and a back row. Basically, you want to get rid of a back row, and you soul charge into days, or you want to just get rid of like monsters on your side of the field for a card. I don't know. Like Diamond Dire just is an option. So yeah, obviously we got Digesto Amuro, like gosh, like this is how you recycle Altairs, obviously. But they get their own Avarice next format, so yeah. Rhapsody, I play against 2 Lightsworn players, so I use that a lot. Dweller, I use that a lot, oh my gosh, good thing I have a Dweller. Gosh, it was the best investment I ever made, kind of thing, you know. Exciton Knight, I made him once against an Infernity player that I realized that had no Infernity cards in his graveyard, because he had Infernity breaks. I was like, you don't have any Infernity cards. Go off. Alright. Cowboy. I made him like a few times. Obviously. Game. Omega is just a beat stick. I think I made him like once or twice. Not too much. I made Kargorgon a few times to protect back row and side deck cards or whatever. I was going to make him when I had a Shadow Mirror up, and like, holy shit, don't do it. Oh my gosh. So Gondiva, I made him a lot. Oh my god, because he keeps the field presence kind of thing. But at the same time, he's not that great because breakthrough skill's a thing. But still, it was really tricky to use him. Yeah, and yeah. So that's the extra deck. Really standard. I don't have a Paladynamo. That's why I don't run a Paladynamo. I don't have one. I also don't run Upstart Goblins because I don't own any Upstart Goblins. And now to the side deck. Side deck. Okay. Okay. Obviously, triple Shadow Mirror. Really standard in this format. Soul Drain. Standard in this format. Like just. What do I call? Floodgates, yeah. Floodgates against Burning Abyss and Shadows, you know, that's standard shit. So yeah, Deep Fissure, you know, all same thing. Torrential and Needle Sealing against a mirror match, and because, you know, special summoning is a thing, max C into, like, if you max C and then you torrential them, you know, it's plussing for days. So yeah. 3rd Vanities and 3rd Breakthrough Skill, it just, I didn't want to run 3 Vanity or 3 Breakthrough because some matchups aren't really that good. This is really only against, this is against Burning Abyss and Shadows. This is only against Shadow Artifacts or just Artifact decks in general or whatever. So yeah, it just depended on what I wanted. So that's why I kept the 3rd ins in the side. Thunder King, OP in the mirror match. Okay, if you draw it and if you know, set up the board with it. 1 Twister is a side deck card against side deck cards. So yeah, and also called Haunted, Tenkies, Kaiser Coliseum, whatever. And, okay, trap's done. Just gonna say a few things about this card. Probably should have ran more, because of how everybody set back row. Play against Burning Abyss all day, and they kept using these kind of cards against you, and it's like, what the heck, oh my god, I wish I had a trap stun, right, kind of thing, but I still had wiretaps, but still. Draft stun. Well, me and Emat were talking about this, and well, he told me. I was laughing at him for a bit, and he was like, "But what if you had vanities on the board, and then suddenly like you don't have the board control, or they have vanities and they have board control or something? You trap stun." And then you go off on them, and then your vanities would stay, and at the end of the turn it would still be live. So that was hilarious. I was like, okay, that can actually work. Oh my gosh, I'll try one just for you. And then I did it, and I used it only once. I used it against the Call to Haunted once for the whole entire day, but I kept siding it in. That's another thing. I just kept siding it in. I was like, okay, I do need it. So yeah, that's basically my deck. I got top 16. I did get a freaking battle pack thing, and I didn't do well. I drafted, I don't know, do you want me to explain my whole freaking battle pack deck? Oh my gosh. No, I'd rather not do that. I'll just practice again, maybe, or something. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to know my matchups, oh my god, all the matchups freaking that I did. Freaking, like, this is actually, like, so much. Man. If you want to do, if you want me to do a video talking about this notebook here of all my freaking matchups and whatnot, what happened I remember, then you go like this video or something like that. Just tell me that you want it. Okay, thank you, and rate, comment, and subscribe.